If you have a sales process that works, but your pipeline is inconsistent because nobody is doing outbound prospecting every single day, this video is going to show you exactly what it looks like when a dedicated SDR VA owns that function. An SDR VA, a sales development representative virtual assistant, handles the outbound prospecting work that fills the top of your sales funnel. Lead research, cold outreach, follow-up sequences, and booking discovery calls with qualified prospects every day, consistently, without you being the one doing it. I'm Jeff, CRO and co-founder of ClearDesk. Let me walk you through exactly how an SDR VA handles outbound prospecting for a small business, what the daily workflow looks like, and what you need to have in place for this role to produce results. Let me start with what outbound prospecting actually involves, because there is a meaningful difference between what most people imagine and what actually produces pipeline. Most business owners who do their own prospecting do it in bursts. They send a batch of cold emails. When the pipeline gets thin, they follow up on some of them, they close a few deals, and then they get busy with delivery and stop prospecting until the pipeline gets thin again. That cycle produces feast and famine revenue rather than consistent growth. The problem is not the outreach, the problem is the inconsistency. And SDR VA solves this by treating outbound prospecting as a daily function rather than something that happens when there is nothing else going on. Let me walk through what that function looks like in practice. The first thing an SDR VA does every day is work the lead list. They start with the prospects who are already in the pipeline and check where each one stands. Who needs a follow-up today? Who responded yesterday and needs a reply? Who has gone quiet and needs a re-engagement attempt? Who is ready to be moved to a booking? This daily pipeline review is what prevents leads from falling through the cracks and what keeps the momentum of every outreach sequence moving forward. The second thing is new lead research. The SDR VA identifies new prospects who fit your ideal customer profile and adds them to the outreach list with verified contact information and relevant background notes. This research function is what keeps the top of the funnel full. Most outbound prospecting fails not because the outreach is bad, but because the list is poor. A well-researched list of genuinely qualified prospects produces dramatically better results than a high-volume list of poorly matched contacts. The third thing is outreach execution. The SDR VA sends cold emails, LinkedIn connection requests and messages, and in some cases, makes cold calls depending on your sales motion. They are not sending one email and moving on. They are running structured multi-touch sequences where the first message is the introduction, the second is a follow-up with a different angle, the third adds value with a relevant piece of content or insight, and the fourth is a soft close. Most responses in outbound sales come from the third or fourth touch. An SDR VA never stops at the first. The fourth thing is response handling and qualification. When a prospect responds, the SDR VA handles the initial conversation. They answer basic questions about your services, assess whether the prospect fits your criteria, and if they do, they move to booking. If the prospect is not a fit, they are removed from the sequence cleanly, so your closer does not spend time on a conversation that was never going to convert. This qualification filter is what determines the quality of the calls that actually get booked. The fifth thing is booking and confirmation. When a prospect is qualified, the SDR VA books them directly onto the closer's calendar using your scheduling tool, sends a confirmation with any pre-meeting information the prospect needs, and sends a reminder the day before the call. By the time a new meeting appears on your calendar, the prospect has been researched, contacted, followed up with multiple times, qualified, and confirmed. You show up to the conversation with context and a real chance of closing. The sixth thing is CRM management. Every contact, every interaction, every follow-up, every outcome gets logged accurately in your CRM. Pipeline stages get updated, sequences get marked as complete or paused based on responses. And the data in your CRM reflects what is actually happening in your sales process. rather than what happened 6 weeks ago before someone stopped updating it. Let me be specific about what a productive day looks like for an SDR VA. So this feels concrete rather than theoretical. The VA starts the day by reviewing the pipeline in the CRM. They identify everyone who needs follow-up today based on the sequence timeline and work through those responses and outreach first. Then they move to new research, identifying and adding fresh prospects to the list. Then they execute new outreach for prospects who are starting the sequence. At the end of the day, they log everything, update the CRM, and flag anything that needs input from the owner or closer. The daily output on a focus day might include 20 to 40 new outreach touchpoints, 5 to 10 follow-ups, and 2 to 3 booking conversations. Over the course of a week, that is a volume of prospecting activity that would be impossible for a business owner to maintain alongside running the business. What makes this work is not just the volume, it is the consistency. The same disciplined process every single day without the interruptions, context switching, and competing priorities that make it impossible for business owners to sustain outbound prospecting themselves. At ClearDesk, every SDR VA we place is vetted for communication quality, sales process familiarity, CRM proficiency, and the discipline to execute outbound activity at volume without losing quality. Our acceptance rate is less than 0.5%. Our client satisfaction rate is 4.9 out of 5 across more than 2,000 business owners. If you want to see what an SDR VA would look like for your specific sales process and pipeline goals, book a call with our team at the link in the description. Thank you.